video is how to use a menu and functions and procedures. Sorry, procedures we're going to use. In the UK, the exam board differentiate between functions and procedures, where if you use the return command, that's classed as a function. If you don't, it's classed as a procedure. So I'm going to call them procedures, okay? And this is all about improving your code and making it more maintainable. So you can find errors or access different bits of code and change it as you like. And it's absolutely essential as your coding improves that your maintainability becomes better. So let's have a look. So let's define a menu and let's call it, there's a, in the UK, there's a phone company called O2. So I'm going to use that. Okay, so print come to O2. Let's say, let me say, I'm just trying to think of what they say as you. We can say choose from the menu. So what sort of things do we get? We get print one for let's say updating details. Print select 2 for, what can we say, a new plan. We can say print select 3 if you're even us, okay, something like that. All right, so there you go. Now nothing will happen here because nothing's been called. So what I need to do down here is call menu, and then Python will come down, see this, and then go and find it and run it. Okay, there it goes. I know that's a little bit quick. So what we can do to improve that is we can say import time, and we can say time. Usually I use 1.5 seconds. Go, copy that, put those in. Keeps it down. Yeah. And that should look a lot more professional when it runs. Okay, so let's run that. Yeah, so you can see then it's just pausing and looking a lot better. Okay, so there's our options. So what do we need to do now? So we need to collect. So user. Let's put in a new line here. I like in there. And what do we want to do? Well, we can say user equals, let's say int input, enter a choice. Okay. So the user is going to put in 1, 2, or 3. I'm only going to deal with 1 today, and you can make your own sort of program like this and include much more. So if selection, if user what? If user is equal to 1, notice I've got an integer there, so it's an integer here. If it was an input, this would be a string. What do we want to do? We want to run something, okay? I haven't made it yet. So elif user user equals 2. Let's just put pass there. Else pass there as well, because I'm only going to deal with option 1 at the moment. Okay, so so there's our introductory menu, which we call here. Now what I'm going to do now is make another procedure. So let's call define details. So what's going to happen is I'm going to press 1 because I want to update my details. Okay. So how do I go about this? I'm going to put, let's say I did that. empty lists. I could have a text file. You've seen me do that in the past now, so you could do that as well, just to store something, okay? And I'm going to say there's going to need to be more. Well, there's going to need to be more selection in this procedure. So I could say print. I could say, because I'm updating details, I could say choose from the following to update, something like that. And then I could say print phone. I could say for new address. I'll leave it like that. Okay, so there you go. So we come into here and then this runs. Now, obviously we need another input from the user. So new details are going to equal input. Input, I'm going to use int. So there we go. So what are we going to do? Tell the user to enter a number. And then obviously we come to selection again. So if new details are equal to 1, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Well, 1 is to update a phone, okay? So what I could do, I suppose, is I could say new phone equals input. Enter new phone. And then I could append that. So there's my phone there. So I could say phone. And what do I want to append? New phone. Okay. So that goes into the list, the new phone number. All right. So I've stored the new phone number. And I suppose at this point I could say you like to return to the menu. Actually, let's make that, let's say return menu equals input. There you go. Would you like to return to the menu? Okay, so now we're going to guess what people are going to say. And that's it for another video, robust programming. So I'm going to say if return menu is equal to yes, or return menu is equal to, let's just catch 2, okay, with a capital Y. Yes. What do? We run menu. Okay, so that should take us back to the menu. Else, what do we want to do? Well, if they're going to return back to the menu, they're going to go on and do something else. If they're going to finish here, I could say, okay, I could say something like print, we have your new number below. Okay, and what I could do then is look at my, because I stored it in here, I appended it to there, so I could say print phone. And then let's just quit. There's a built-in function called quit here, so you can just quit. So if you return to the menu, go back, and then you do other things. Otherwise, we're finished with what we want. Because anything other than that or that is going to be take us here and carry this out, okay? And one more thing I see a lot in the classroom as well, people forget to put that in when they're doing a condition. So they say if return menu equals yes or yes, okay? You've got to put the variable and the variable again. Okay, that's a common mistake I see again. Okay, so that's a lot of writing. Let's see if we got any errors here. Let's run that. Elif user equals 2, where's that? Oh, I tell you what I didn't do. So this is called details, okay? This is the new procedure we just made. Now down in my menu here, I haven't said if user equals 1, what do we want to do? We want to run details, okay? So you can see that error came there. And I said, these errors are something you pick up the more you program. People will be looking at that line saying, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's the line in front of it, okay, whether you're missing a bracket or like I missed that, put that procedure in there, okay? So let's see if it runs again. Okay, so it's running this time. And I'm only going to deal with number 1, so let's put 1 in, choose from the following. For a new phone, yeah, enter 307, okay. Would you like to return to the menu? Let's see if that works. So let's put yes. Okay, and then it puts me back into the menu. Choose from the menu, select 1 for updating data, enter choice 1, enter number 1, enter my phone number again. Oh, sorry if that's someone's number. Would you like to return to the menu? No, I don't want it to return to the menu this time. And you will see here, what's happened here is we have your new number, and then that's the number that I stored or appended, sorry, into that new phone, okay? And then it says died unexpectedly because it came to the quit statement, all right, this one here. So let's take a little look back at what I've done there. This can go on and on and on, and you notice these programs that you enter on the internet to find out stuff, they are full of menus and selection. They make up so many programs, menus and selection, so many. And it's something you're always going to be using. And notice the only thing I call there is menu. Once I called this, so there's our menu, let's go through it. This ran first because I called it here. And what it did was it took me, it gave me a choice. I entered 1. I didn't write any other procedures, okay? You could write another 2 or 3 or 4. You can have as many elifs as you want, okay? But this is the process for doing it, okay? The procedure. So we wrote menu, we called menu, wrote this. I put 1 in, it took me to details. So we jumped straight back up looking for details. Python found details here. Then it asked me to choose again. What do I want to choose? I inputted phone, so I wanted to choose my phone. Remember that I used an int there and an int there. If I didn't use that, that needs to be in quotes because it's a string, okay? Common problems I get in the classroom. Enter the new phone number, and then I appended my little list I made here. I appended that variable into that list, okay? Then I asked, would I want to return to the menu? Yes. And this is what's so good about these functions. You can just keep reusing them, write them once and keep calling them, okay? And then the second time I said, no, I didn't want to return to the menu, and anything other than these 2 will set me into the false bit of code, okay, else. We have your new number, see below, and then it printed it. Here, you can see the print phone here, and then it printed it there, and then it quit, okay? So that's a little introduction into procedures and menus. And if you just follow these steps, you will soon be writing quite, complicated code that's capable of dealing with a lot of issues from a user. And I'll see you in the next video.